All right, guys, so real quick tip on time signatures, all right? So most of what everyone does in their DAW is a 4/4 rhythm, which just basically means you got 4 beats and then it starts over again for the most part, or 8 beats and it starts over. So for example, this is just a 1-bar loop with 4 beats in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, right? And in some cases, people are interested in doing odd times. So there's a few ways to look at this. If you are looking, let's say, on 8th notes, okay? So let's just right click here and we'll just go to an 8th note grid, okay? It's really simple to make, let's say, a 7/8 beat, just a 4/4, because what we've got here is we have 8 eighths. As you can see, if we count these out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a 7/8 beat would simply be this length here. So let's start here with just a regular groove. That's our 8 eighths. If you wanted to go 7/8, we pull out 1/8, and this would be the new time signature. All right, we can do this with 16th notes as well. So let's say we got 16 and we want to do 15 16ths, right? So we would just pull one of the 16ths out, and this gives us our 15 16ths. All right, so these kind of even multiples are pretty simple to do because these multiples are by default here. As you can see, you can go half note, quarter note, 8th note, 16th note, and even 32nd note. So those are fairly easy to do, and the way that you would approach this is you could, for example, right click here, insert a time signature, all right, and let's say 15 16ths, right? And what it's going to do, as you can see, is now it's going to make the bar from 2 to 3 into 15 16ths instead of 16 16ths. So what we would want to do is we'd want to copy and then duplicate this across the thing, right? So now we've got kind of a 15 16ths, and we could come over here and we could say, well, maybe now we want a 7/8 beat. No, that's not what we want to do. Let's get up to 8th note. We'll right click here. Oh, hold on. Right click here. And now we can do like for example 5 16ths, but let's do 7/8. 7/8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2, yeah, there we go. So now what we could do is we can copy this beginning of the bar, beginning of the beat. All right, so let's just copy and we'll paste it over here. And as you can see, it's ending the beat sooner, so we would just pull that back, and then we can duplicate this. And now we have our 7/8. So let's I'm just going to make this 4 beats here, just so it moves more quickly. All right, let's just remove that there. Cool. So we'll start with our 15 16ths and then we'll go to 7/8. So this is what that sounds like. So now we're bouncing between 15 16ths and then 7/8. like so. So that is how you would do these sorts of even rhythms. But let's say we wanted 9 beats on this let's say this hi-hat here. All right, let's say we wanted 9 to divide this up by like 9. So let's say we wanted not 9/8, we actually want 9/9. So in other words, when this plays 8 beats, let's just go back to a 4/4 rhythm here so things don't get too complicated. So I'll jump back over here, right? Let me drag that over as well. All right, so we've got this loop here, just a 2-bar loop, all right? So we're back to our 4/4 beat. Let me just extend this here. All right, so we're back to our 4/4. And like so. But let's say we want this to play, instead of 8/8, we want this to play 9 times over the bar. So in order to do that, what we would have to do is, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this so I don't lose that. But let's get rid of all this here. Or actually, let's just do this. Let's go to, let's say 16th notes, right? Something a little smaller. Get rid of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. Not 9 times, but 10 times, okay? But I'll show you why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have 10 beats here, right? And the reason we do that is because, as you see, when I highlight all of these, we get this warp marker, all right? So this will do the math for us. So let's make this a 2-bar loop here, just to make it easier to stretch out. And now I can drag this over, and as you can see, within the loop we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could get rid of this one here so you don't get confused. So now we've got 9 hi-hats playing over the top of a 4/4 rhythm. All right, so let's just get a kick drum. All right, so if I just go to drums here and I just find some kicks, and we will just create a 1-bar loop. Got to do it here on the MIDI. Okay, so we're just going to do quarter notes here. So we'll right click 8, and doesn't matter what kick we use. So let's just do that and stretch, and then I'll duplicate this on every quarter note. All right, so now we've got quarter notes. So we've got this quarter note beat, but then we have this kind of counter thing that's playing 9 hi-hats in the same time. And sometimes these little subtle rhythms can really create some interesting things. So that is how you do odd times. For example, if I wanted to do a, this was a 9/9, right? Maybe we want to do 12 notes in there, right? So what do? I'll get rid of this because we want to start just kind of on the grid, right? So let's do this here, and I'm just going to enter in 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we add the extra one because, once again, the warp marker for some reason puts it right before the last one. And now I can stretch this out 2 bars. or 1 bar. And now this is playing 12 beats for every 4. So as you can see, you can do some really interesting timings and things like that. And it's just this simple stretching technique. Or once again, if you've got like an even timing, you could just right click up here where you want to change the time signature, add a time signature, and then you could do quarters, you know, like you can make this a 3/4 note sort of rhythm here. Oh, actually what we're showing here are 1/8 notes. So if I go down here to 1/4 note, now you see we've got 3/4 notes per bar, right? So that makes that part easy. And then once again, if we want to do some odd number things over the top, we can just put however many beats we want in a bar, and then we can stretch it to the bar. All right. So I hope that gives you some insight into how to change some of the time signatures in Ableton. Have a great one, guys. So if you like these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, that always helps. And there's tons of videos on here, so feel free to go back through the archives as well. I think you'll find a whole lot of stuff, not just on Ableton training, but just kind of tuning in your brain for music production. And yeah, I hope to hear from you guys soon. Drop a comment if you dig what I'm doing on any particular video, and I'll do more of that. Take care.